Hello, my name is Kyle Vlahos, and this is my video project for theories of personality. The character that I chose to do is Kai Anderson from American Horror Story. American Horror Story is a TV show that is based on horrors, and in this season specifically, it is called Cult, and it is based on a cult that arises in 2016 after the presidential election, and it has a lot of ideas about fear and where the country was heading, and very conservative ideas, I guess you could say. The character that I chose to do is Kai Anderson. He played a cult leader, and the season revolved around his overall rise and fall of a cult leader. Kai Anderson was a very interesting character, and I chose him because I think he he shows something that's different than what you would normally see. But at the same time, I think that his role was really well done. I would say that his traits were mainly being manipulative, self absorbed, neurotic, and paranoid. Throughout the season, you can see his traits intensify and how his environment plays a role in his personality and his behavior. So, these are just some things that I would define as his personality. I would say that he has narcissistic personality disorder, which is defined as someone who is very self absorbed, egocentric, has an obsession with having power, fame, beauty, and things like that. Also, very angry and difficult to maintain relationships. I would also say that he has sociopathic tendencies, which is defined as someone who is going to be very non-empathetic, will use people and manipulate them, and then once they are done with them, they will throw them aside like they're nothing. I would also say he has delusions of grandeur, which are delusions of being a higher power and being above everyone, and that you were this quote unquote chosen one, while also having delusions of persecution, which is defined as someone who thinks that there is some outside force out to get them. According to Hans Eisnick, in his theory called the Penn model, I would say that he is high in extroversion and neuroticism. Extroversion is defined as someone who needs external stimuli because their cortical levels in their brain are lower than normal. And I would also say that he's high in neuroticism because in neuroticism, in the Penn model, is defined as someone who's going to be very pessimistic, looks out for violence, and is very overall looking at the negative side of things. Um, I also would look at the psychoanalytical view and in lines with Karen Horney's view on interpersonal relations with parents and development of neurosis. Horney's idea was that if you're not getting enough love and affection from your parents, you will start to develop neurosis as more of like a defense mechanism. So now going into the theories on why I think this. I think that he is a narcissist due to his obsessing over power and fame. The entire season revolves around him being obsessed about becoming this world leader and having all this fame and about everything being about him, that he is some quote unquote chosen one. Um, Sociopathic tendencies because he uses others to get what he wants, and he's never empathetic. He acts all kind and tells people what they want to hear, and then the second he's done with them, he's fine with either killing them or just using them as a martyr or throwing them away. He does not care at all and does not care about anyone except for himself, truly. He believes that he is above everyone and he is this higher power. He has his cult people call him Supreme Leader, and he also believes the entire time that the government is spying on him and is out to get him. He is extroverted because he's very sociable and he likes to look out for other people and talk to them and very charismatic. But at the same time, he's very neurotic because he's impulsive and he's unorganized and he looks out for violence and he's reckless. And he's also very paranoid and emotionally unstable. Throughout the entire season, you see his emotions go up and down, and you can't really know what he's going to do next. And as the season progresses, it gets worse and worse. I would say that his neurosis most likely rose due to his dad being abusive and killing his mom and himself. And this would cause, this lack of affection to develop neurosis as a defense mechanism to deal with his loss of parents.